Happy December, happy season of giving, season of gratitude, all of that mashed up into one. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad to be live streaming from home today. So we'll get started. Wherever you are today, begin in a seated position. Let your hands come to your knees and let your eyes flutter shut. Begin to notice the breath, just that natural inhale and exhale. With the hands on the knees, palms can be down to feel a little bit more grounded. Coming back to why it is that you give this month, why it is that you are so thankful for all it is that you have gratitude for. Or maybe palms up to create an openness, maybe to invite something in, to create a sense of well-being, to foster that environment for giving. Because sometimes the hustle and bustle makes it a little bit overwhelming. Come back to the breath. Ground the sit bones into the mat. Reach the crown of the head up towards the sky. Lengthen the spine. Maybe take a roll through the shoulders, letting them settle in a comfortable position. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, sigh out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh, and let go of anything you could be holding on to today. One last breath like this. Inhale through the nose. And exhale with the sigh. Release any stressors, anything that could be weighing you down or holding you back. With the next inhale, breathe in through the nose. And exhale out through the nose as well, with a slight constriction in the back of the throat. Beginning to build the Ujjayi breath that we practice in yoga. Maybe this breath sounds like the waves of the ocean to you. Maybe it's more like Darth Vader. This breath, it'll help us come back to our intention that we set for class and help bring a little bit of heat to our practice as we move together. Find your own intention here. As I've referenced gratitude as well as giving, find something that sits well with you, something that you would like to come back to today. And with an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, pull wide, bend at the elbows, reach the heart forward. Exhale, reach the arms out in front of you, round the back. Interlace the fingers, breathe here. On the exhale, press the palms outwards, round that upper back again, protracting the shoulder blades. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, release the arms down by your side. Inhale, reach them up again. Exhale, let the right arm fall to the right side and reach the left arm over the body. Feel the side stretch down the left side body. Breathe here. Inhale, lift the gaze up. And exhale, close the chest off towards the ground. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, close down again. Inhale, open up one last time. Exhale, close down. Inhale, rise through center. Exhale, let the left hand come to the left side of the body. Reach the right arm over. Feel that length through the right side. And if you'd like to open the chest on the inhale, go ahead and take 3 repetitions here. Opening and closing the chest, towards the left side, maybe towards that left thigh. After your third repetition, let the inhale reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, place them behind the hips, fingertips facing your feet, and lengthen those feet out in front of you. With an exhale, press the hips up towards the sky, finding your reverse plank. Maybe it's walking the feet in to find a reverse tabletop. Press those hips up, squeeze the glutes. Tip the head back just enough that your spine is aligned. Don't let it hang back too far. Feel the stretch in the shoulders. Take 3 breaths here. And exhale, lower the hips down, cross the ankles, and make your way forward to hands and knees. Inhale, lift the heart and the chest forward. Exhale, round the spine, tuck that tailbone under. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, continue this cat-cow, moving into the spine this evening. Take any organic movements that feel good here, just to move into the spine. Maybe say happy Thursday to the core as well. Take about 3 more breaths to move here in a way that feels good for your body. Come back to what you can give to your body today. Maybe it's acceptance. Maybe it's understanding. Maybe it's attentiveness and listening, honoring what feels good. Start to tuck to the toes under and lift the knees about 1 inch off the mat. Come back to that breath. Tuck the lower belly in and focus on your breath. Focus on pressing through the knuckles here. That pointer finger knuckle, middle finger. Even that thumb knuckle, pressing through the entire palm as well as the fingertips here. Maybe take a cat and a cow here. Come back to your neutral spine, finding flat back. And then bring the right knee to the right wrist. Swing it over to the left wrist and back under the body. Step it back to tabletop. Let the left knee come to left wrist, under the body, and back to the left side. And step it back. Press the hips up and back to downward dog, pressing through the hands, pressing through the feet. The heels reaching for the mat, no matter whether they meet the mat or not. Walk your feet out here, walking your dog. Maybe you lift and lower those heels. Find some movement, some exploration in your downward dog today. And then find stillness. Reach the heels towards the mat. Press through the hands, activating the arms, the shoulders. Pulling the hips up and back. Looking up at the belly button. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, and gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway to a flat back. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise, arms overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a full breath here. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, open to the right. Reach the right arm back and that left arm forward. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist open to the left. Try to get away from the microphone. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, take a slight back bend, either bending at the elbows or reaching the arms back behind you. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, plant the hands. Step back to your high plank and take a full breath here. Inhale together. Exhale, knees, then chest, then chin, lower down to the mat. Inhale, pull through to a cobra pose, and then press into the knees and back to child's pose. Take a full breath here, knowing that at any time you can come back to this child's pose to rest, to breathe, to ground yourself again. Inhale to tabletop. Exhale back to downward dog. Take 3 breaths here. Ground yourself in your breath and in your intention. Inhale, lift the heels, gaze forward. Exhale, step, hop, or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a full breath. Maybe sigh it out. Inhale, arms lift. And take a twist open to the right. Let it flow with the pace of your breath. Inhale, lifts you back to center. Exhale, open to the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, take a back bend or those cactus arms. Inhale through center and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Find a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands and step back to high plank. You can take that knees, chest, chin variation or lower down to chaturanga. Coming to the tops of the feet as you inhale to upward dog and exhale back to downward dog. Take 3 breaths here before we begin the sun salutation A, 1/3 and final time. Inhale, prepare to travel forward. Exhale, jump, step, or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, Samastiti, standing. Take a full breath here. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, peel open to the left. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, take your back bend or cactus arms. Inhale through center. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant those hands and find your flow back to downward dog. Take 3 breaths here. Maybe you have a fire next to you. Maybe you're finding that fire in your breath. Inhale, prepare to travel forward. Exhale, step feet to hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to a chair pose, sitting those hips back, reaching arms overhead. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, sit the weight back into the heels. Breathe here in this powerful chair pose, tucking that tailbone under, maybe even sitting deeper with each exhale. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, plant the hands, step back to your high plank, finding your flow to downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, carry it forward between the hands. Root that left heel down as you inhale, rise, warrior 1. Exhale, open to warrior 2.
And inhale, reverse your warrior, flipping that front palm, reaching the arm overhead, left hand to left thigh or behind the back. With your next exhale, windmill the hands down to frame that right foot. Take your flow back to downward dog. As soon as you get here, inhale, lift that left leg and begin again on the left side, planting the left foot between the hands. Inhale, arms up, overhead. Exhale to warrior two, peel open. And inhale, flip the left palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, windmill the hands back down. Step back to your high plank and find chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Pulling through to cobra or upward dog, your back bend, and exhale to down dog. Take 3 breaths here. Inhale, prepare to travel forward. Exhale, jump, step, or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Wrap the hands around opposite elbows. Let the head hang heavy. And if you like, sway side to side for a ragdoll pose. Feel the release through the low back. Maybe take some movement through the neck to let that head hang heavy. Lengthen the arms again. And inhale, arms overhead as you sit to your chair pose. Exhale this time, hands to heart center. Really squeezing that lower belly in. Sitting back in the heels. Take an inhale here. And exhale, twist over to the right. Walking left elbow outside of right knee. Breathe here. Inhale, arms to center. And exhale, twist to the left. Locking that right elbow outside of left knee. Gazing up at that left elbow. Take 3 full breaths here. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold forward. And inhale, find that half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, travel back to high plank. Take your flow to downward dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, carry it forward between the hands. Root that left heel as you inhale, rise. Holding that warrior one, just for an extra breath here. As you focus on squaring the hips forward, pushing the left hip forward, pulling that right hip back. Take an inhale together. Exhale, peel open, warrior two. Inhale, flip the right palm as you reverse your warrior. And exhale, windmill the hands back down. Frame the right foot. Travel back to downward dog. That first inhale lifts the left leg. Exhale, carries it forward. Root the right heel as you inhale, rise. Exhaling deeper into that left knee. Internally rotating through the back right leg. Making sure that left knee is out over the left toes. Inhale here. Exhale, peel open, warrior two. Inhale, reverse as you flip the left palm. Feeling the stretch through the side of the body. Exhale carries you back down to the mat. Plant the hands, step back, and hold that plank or take your flow to downward dog. Take 3 breaths here. Inhale, prepare to travel forward. Exhale, step, hop, or jump. Feet to hands at the front of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sit back into your chair as the arms lift. Exhale, hands to heart center. Breathe here. Exhale as you twist over to the right once again. We'll take a few breaths here. If you'd like to mess around with a challenge, maybe the hands plant and you work on a side crow. Maybe you simply work on extending the arms. Finding your wings here as you twist deeper to the right. Maybe a fun challenge. Bring the weight into the right foot. Start to hover the left. Find something that challenges your body today. Begin to make your way back to this twist on the right side. And then begin to hover the left leg. Bring the weight into the right foot. And slowly hover the left foot back, finding a low lunge. Finding a twist here. Twist through the core. Make sure you have room for that left lung. Look up over the right shoulder. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, deepen into this lunge here. Begin to lower that back left leg down, hovering for just a moment, and raise it back up. And then as slowly as you can, lower it all the way down to the mat. Bring the left top of the foot to the mat and press the hips forward. Feel the stretch through the hip flexors. Make sure to keep those hips pointing forward. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Maybe find a slight back bend if that's comfortable for your body. Pull that lower belly in, fold over the right leg, straighten through the right leg, and pull the hips back. Flex through that right foot if you'd like an additional stretch. Kaya says hello. Feel the stretch through the back of that right leg. Feel any resistance that you have here. Any struggle, any desire to stay here, or even the desire to move on to the next thing. Especially that desire to move on. That is your body saying to you, it's calling, it's saying, hold right here. So that you can release, so that you can find some space through that right leg. Begin to bend through the right leg once again. Tuck the left toes under and inhale, rise. Exhale, plant that left heel and peel open to warrior two. Exhale, bring the right elbow to the right knee and reach that left arm up. Maybe the right hand finds the mat. And you gaze up at that left arm. Begin to bring that right hand down in front of the right leg. Start to transfer the weight forward as we come to a half moon. Lifting through that back left leg. Maybe the right hand finds the mat. Maybe it finds a block. Maybe it starts to lift off the mat. Focus on lifting through that left arm, finding length, finding opening through the chest. Find your breath. Let the left hand find the mat again. Step both feet back to your high plank. Take your flow. Maybe take one breath in high plank instead, then pressing back to downward dog. Take 3 breaths in downward dog. Maybe find a wide-legged child's pose. Reaching those arms forward. Maybe you flip the palms upwards. Rise back to tabletop and make your way to downward dog. Take 3 full breaths here, maybe pedaling out through the feet, taking what feels good in this moment. Feeling a little bit of imbalance as we have worked that right leg a lot more than the left. Inhale, prepare to travel forward. Exhale, bring feet to hands at the front of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway to a flat back. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, make your way to that chair pose, sitting the hips back. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a full breath here, inhale. And exhale, begin to twist to the left. As you know what's coming here, try something on this side. Whether it's what you tried on the opposite, or maybe something new. Opening those arms up, maybe trying a balance, finding a side crow. Take about 3 more breaths to challenge yourself here. Wherever you are, plant those feet back on the mat. Find your twist. And begin to hover through the right leg, finding our flamingo for a moment. And then, wobble included, start to hover that right leg back, finding our twisted lunge. Twist through that core. Think about the alignment of the spine as you lengthen from the hips to the top of the head, to the base of the neck. Maybe you open your wings here. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, deepen into those legs. Feel your strong foundation. Feel your feet grounding you into the mat. Exhale, begin to hover that right knee down to the mat, about 1 inch. Leaving the hips low, straighten through that back right leg. Feeling those glutes heat right up in the moment. Exhale, slowly hover the right knee back down to the mat. And let it plant. Let the top of the right foot find the mat. And press the hips forward. Arms can reach overhead as you find a slight back bend. Maybe they come to the base of the neck. Tuck the lower belly in as you fold over the left leg. Straighten through the knee and pull the hips back. Reach the toes up towards the sky to lengthen that hamstring, the back of the left leg, even more. Fold over that left leg. Embrace whatever you feel here in this moment. Embrace any resistance, any difficulty, and allow yourself to find space. Allow yourself to just come back to the breath. Bend through the left knee, tuck the right toes under, and press up to our high lunge once again. Exhale, peel open, spinning the right heel down. And then bring the left elbow to the left knee, reaching that right arm up. Left hand can come to the mat, but doesn't have to. Begin to tiptoe left fingertips in front of the left foot as you transfer your weight into the left leg and find a half moon. Open the hips towards the right, stacking right hip on top of left. Knowing that every part of you, even that wobble, even if you fall out of it, it's part of what makes you special, part of what makes you, you, and allows you to grow. Take 3 more breaths here. Find your intention, find your breath. Let the right arm and leg come back to the mat. Find your high plank. Take a breath here, or find your flow back to downward dog. Inhale, reach that right leg up. Exhale, carry it forward, knee to nose, 1 cheetah. Inhale, right leg reaches up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. You guys didn't think I would cheat you of the core work, right? Reach the right leg up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, bring that right leg forward. Let the lower leg fall to the mat, coming parallel with the top of the mat. Find your pigeon pose. Make sure those hips are square to the mat. If you're on the right hip, make sure you roll onto the left here. Press into the top of that left foot and walk the hands out in front of you. If it's in your practice, come to forearms. Allow yourself to fold over that right leg. Breathe into the right hip. As one of my teachers says, allow the right hip to be the valve. Allow this to be the pose that releases the steam behind the valve. Begin to walk the hands back in under the body. Begin to let the knees come back towards one another. And press back to your downward dog. Take some movement through that right leg. Moving through the hip, the knee, the ankle. Plant that right leg back down on the mat. Inhale, reach up through that left leg. Exhale, knee to nose, 1 cheetah. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, let the leg come forward, finding pigeon on the left side. Lengthen that right leg back. Press the top of the foot into the mat. Begin to tiptoe the fingers forward, coming to forearms if comfortable in your body. Feel the release through the left leg. Maybe find this pose on your back if that's more comfortable for you. Finding a figure 4 pose. Begin to melt into this stretch. Allow the hip to release. Come back to the breath. Allow it to settle in that left hip. Begin to walk the hands back in under the body. Let that left foot come back towards the right, finding a tabletop. From here, cross the ankles, begin to make your way to a seated position. Lengthen the legs in front of you. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Find your forward fold here. Come here. Inhale, find length through the spine. Exhale, fold deeper into your stretch. Rise the chest back up. Press the hips forward as you lower down to the mat. Tuck the knees in. Give yourself a big hug here. Release the arms down to a T. And let the knees fall over to the right. If you'd like, that left ankle can lock outside of right knee. Drop the gaze over to the left. Feel the wringing out of the spine. Inhale, rise through center. Exhale, let the knees fall over to the left. Maybe locking right ankle outside of left knee as the gaze drops over to the right. Inhale the knees through center. Unravel the legs. Allow them to heel toe to the outside of the mat. Begin to drop the knees to the right, windshield wiping them back through center and over to the left. Feel the release through the hips, the lower back. Take one more on each side. Step the feet in, behind the hips. Bring the arms by your side. We'll take 3 bridges here. You may take any variation that fits your body. Exhale, press the hips up to a bridge pose. Holding here, engaging through the glutes, or if you choose, interlacing the fingers, coming up onto shoulder blades. Release the bind and lower the hips down. Take a full breath, knowing you may come back into that same bridge pose, maybe adding the bind, or finding a wheel. Bring the hands up by the ears. Wherever you choose to go, let the hips lift now. Tuck the head in first, if you chose to find the wheel pose, and let the hips settle back to the mat. Take 2 breaths here. And as you prepare for your last wheel or bridge, let the hips press up. Or try a new wheel, one that I just heard called the circle wheel, allowing one hand to find the mat, and then the other as you circle through this pose, starting on one side and then the other. Finding 3 last breaths, pressing those hips up. And exhale, lower the hips back to the mat. Send the feet up towards the ceiling. Remain here, or allow the hips to lift, catching them with the hands, supporting that lower back as you find your shoulders stand. If you'd like, let the feet come up past the head for a plow pose. You may bind behind the back here, if that feels good. Support the hips again, and begin to lower them back to the mat. As the hips find the mat, allow the legs to find length, dropping to either corner of the mat, letting them fall open here. Let the arms find a comfortable position by your side, or bring one hand to your chest and one just below the belly button. Check in with your body. Allow every ounce of your being to melt into the mat below you. Allow your energy to settle as you integrate our practice, your practice, into your body. Let the eyes flutter shut and find your rest. Anyone joining me on live, I will leave you here to enjoy your Shavasana. Namaste.